All right, hi guys, this is Rick Lowe from tricklowe.com. I just had something that just came to me, and I've been driving to work this morning, and I really just wanted to mention it because this is something that I think will definitely be of value to a few people out there. Now, lately, over the last few weeks, I've been hanging out in some Facebook groups, helping people with their issues and answering questions and so on. And mostly these are groups about blogging. So these are bloggers or people trying to start businesses or something like that. And the question that I see asked a lot, like almost on a daily, is someone saying, I just started my blog. I've been going for a week, and sometimes it's a month or 3 months. And when am I going to start getting traffic? When am I going to start making money? And that just blows my mind. That people don't understand, it seems, the amount of work it takes to start a business. And this doesn't matter if it's a blog or if you're a freelance writer, or if you're starting a business as a graphic designer, or even if you're just a guy that wants to swing a hammer and be a carpenter for a living. It doesn't matter what type of business you're trying to start. It takes at least 2 years before you're ever going to start making any money with a business. And it seems like, to me, the impression I'm getting is that people start a blog because they think that, okay, I'm at home, I don't have a job, I could start a blog, and in the next 6 months or 3 months or 2 months or a week, I'm going to start making money. I can, make affiliate income and get traffic, and that's it. I don't have to get a job. And it's not true. Every business I've ever had, it always takes at least 2 years to get started. And if you don't believe me, I'd be very surprised if that was true for you. If it is true for you, great. But the easiest way to make money is to go out and get a job. That's the easiest way to make quick money. You want to get some money right now, and you're broke and you're sitting at home and you don't know what to do. Well, there are thousands of companies out there. They are screaming for you. They pay advertisers and recruiters thousands and thousands of dollars a month to try and get you to go and work for them. And they invite you there. They want you there. They will interview you. All you have to do is show up, not look like an asshole for 10 minutes, and then you'll get your job. Okay, you go for 10 job interviews, you're going to get a job. And then the moment you walk into that place, you're getting paid. Period. That's it. You walk in the door, your first day, you're on your training, whatever, you are getting paid for that work on that day. That's the easiest way to make money, period. Now let's compare that to a business. Any business, and I've run businesses, I know what I'm talking about, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. Let's say you want to start a business today. Running a business and starting a business is the hardest way to earn money ever. It's the hardest thing to do, period. There is no business you can start. You're going to start today. You're going to start earning money next week or next month or in 6 months probably. Most businesses that I've ever started or gotten involved in, this is how it works. You start today. You're going to work at least 80 to 90 hours a week. You're going to bust your ass every second that you can. And you're going to work for the next 2 years till your fingers are broken, your eyeballs are bleeding, you think you're going to die from not sleeping, and you are just about on the edge of your mind just destroying itself. And along the line, you might have made a couple of pennies. And then in about 2 years, and I don't know why it's 2 years, you might start to actually make some money. Now, the fastest business I've ever built, and I talk about it all the time just because it was so much fun and it was a great business to run, and it was the best thing I've ever done in a very long time. So that business was an airsoft field. I started with the change on my bedroom floor, and about 18 months after that, I opened a field, an airsoft field. And within 20 months of that field opening, I was making 300 grand a year. So what is that? 2.5 years, right? Something like that. 2.5 years or so. But I was making 300 grand a year and I was having a blast. But none of that felt like work. But that was a fast, successful business that I built from zero, from nothing, into something successful. Now, I did at some point invest some of my own money, like $6,000 in the project, because I had that to work with. And then also along the line, I had an investor that came along and paid about $20,000 into the business to get it started, the field. So it's not like I just built this out of nothing. I didn't do it in a week, and I've never had a business where I have. And I've failed in businesses because I thought that it didn't require much work, or I was putting the same amount of effort in to start a job. So let's try to get to the end of this here. Basically, if you're a blogger and you started your blog yesterday, last week, last month, 3 months ago, or 6 months ago, and you're not making any money, of course you're not. It takes at least 8 or 9 months for anything to rank in Google properly. Now that's just basically presuming everything you've written is the highest quality content that will compete against anything else out there. That all your pictures are great, all your videos are awesome, and everything else. You've done all your marketing, and you've pushed the crap out of everything you've done since day one. It's going to take you about 8 or 9 months for your articles to start ranking on Google properly. Then after that, you want to start really pushing your content on, adding videos on YouTube, Pinterest, all that kind of stuff. If you think you're going to start this blog, go write 10 articles, put some pictures on Pinterest, and then you're going to make money? Nuh-uh, that's not going to happen. Wait, you have to work your ass off till you're typed till your fingers are shorter than they used to be, till your eyeballs bleed from looking at a monitor, till your brain doesn't even know how to function anymore because you're working so damn hard, and you have 150 articles up there, and you have everything on Pinterest for every single one of them, and you have everything on YouTube. Every single one has a video on YouTube, and you've built your channel. Once you've done all of that, you should start maybe to make some money from affiliate links and stuff like that. And you might make, probably won't be making a solid living or hundreds of thousands of dollars or anything like that. Those are realistic expectations. Now, if you're expecting that you're going to make money in a week, a month, or 3 months, I'm sorry, but you are overestimating everything. That is not how blogging works. That is not how any business works. Any business. If you started as a carpenter today and you went out looking for work and you had all your tools and your truck and everything else, and you've been working in the trade for 10 years, probably going to still take you 2 years before you're actually making a solid living with that job. Now you have to have some kind of capital saved up, or you have to be ready or something. So I think everybody that I've been reading and looking at lately in these groups really needs to be a lot more realistic about what they do. And if you're sad, or you're sitting there and you're unemployed and you don't have a job and you want to build a blog, there's nothing wrong with that. But be realistic. Go get yourself a part-time job to pay your bills in the meantime, and actually start working your ass off on your blog every single second that you have possible, and produce enough content and do enough work and do all the other stuff you need to do to build that business just like any other business in the world. That was my rant. That was it. That's all that popped into my head on the way to work today. Hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully this will be, give you a little bit of reality and give you something to look forwards to. Because a lot of people get 3 months, 6 months down the line and they wonder what they're doing wrong because they've been sold to over and over again that blogging's easy, that starting a business, blogging is pretty simple to do. Oh, it's simple. You just have to, get a hosting account, and you have to decide what you're going to do, and then write some articles, and then you start ranking. Yeah, it takes 2 years. If you're 6 months down the line and you're a little bit discouraged, don't worry about it. If you're getting some traffic at all, that's great. Hold in there. Keep working. Because after 2 years of working on this business, you will actually be making money, hopefully. And if you're not after 2 years, well, you just have to start looking at that project and asking yourself, is it worth it? That's my 02 for the day. Thank you.